COVID-100. ¿Por qué COVID-100? Primero es la respuesta a 3 meses de confinamiento y un poquito más, porque de una manera u otra seguimos confinados todavía. En estos 3 meses del COVID ha pasado todo esto. No hay banda si los elementos no son parte de la banda. Y aquí yo creo que es un cuarteto donde la electrónica también es parte integral del sonido acústico de la banda. Y hemos tomado cosas tradicionales de África, de Cuba, del País Vasco, de la calle, del día a día. Todo de una manera u otra es orgánico, porque estamos en lo que se pretende con COVID-100 es mezclar la electrónica, la africanía, un nuevo concepto de brass band, pero con elementos de música clásica, jazz y por supuesto la columna vertebral es África.
Hey everybody, welcome to Sama. As you saw in that particular piece, I've got Omar Sosa in the studio, and I'm really jazzed about that. We'll bring him on in just a flash, but I just wanted to give you a quick intro of Omar. He tours a lot, so you might have seen him throughout. He's a very busy composer, pianist. He's one of the most versatile artists on the scene today. He fuses a wide range of jazz, world/global music, electronic elements with his native Afro-Cuban roots to create a fresh and original city sound, all with a Latin jazz heart. Omar's musical trajectory has taken him from Cuba, from Havana, to touring in Angola, to Congo, Ethiopia, Nicaragua in the 80s, to a sojourn in the African descent communities of Ecuador in the early 90s, to an extended presence on the San Francisco Bay Area Latin jazz scene, to his current engagement with artists from France, Cuba, Brazil, and several Northwest and East African nations. The most recent record is a collection of songs done with East African musicians. So, hey, Omar, welcome to Sama.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Listen, this is for Sama. Hello, my brother. How are you?
I'm good. I wish you would have told me that. Would have put like a whole solo layout. I thought we were going to be doing we're going to be doing a performance. We've got a couple of songs that you recorded in Barcelona that we're going to be sharing those in just a little bit. But first of all, Omar Sosa, how you been? How you been surviving this interesting time?
Well, like you say, interesting time. But like I always say, we have a mission, and our mission is trying to channelize what our spirit and our ancestors tell us. And in that case, they tell me every day, please keep doing music. This is why I continue to travel. You know, thanks God, I got my first vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I already have it because I'm actually tomorrow I gotta have the second shot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. But you know what? I think it's important. It's important to continue. You know. What we face today in the whole entire planet is like something is a stop. And sometimes or whatever the reality put us in a hole, but we have the decision to move on and to put ourselves in a duration and a dimension, and we can continue to do what we need to do. And personal, what I do is music. Yeah, I continue doing music, one place to another. That's it, my brother.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna go into this track right now because some people are on summer right now that have never heard you play or seen you. So let's educate them and enliven and inspire them by your music, and specifically this track, "Moments of Joy." Omar Sosa, on Sama, Seattle Sacred Music and Art. I'm Derek Mazzoni. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying safe. Thank you for staying sane. And we'll catch you just in a flash. Omar Sosa.
Wow. Oh man, yeah, you almost made me cry, brother.
That's nice. That's really beautiful.
Oh,
That's
so,
exactly what I wanna do with this, I can't lie. It's like, if I'm not making you cry, not
yeah,
because you hate it, but because it's like you're feeling it. We miss that. We
yeah,
miss playing that. We miss playing on a roof. We miss being places where we get lost, and we miss
yeah,
losing ourselves in the
yeah.
music. That was gorgeous, first of all.
Oh, thank you.
And secondly, there's a lot going on there, my man.
Well, you know what? With this project happened in the first 3 months of the lockdown, and I think
Mhm,
it was in 19 in 2019. I started writing. You know, I was finished a tour in the United States, and I come back to Europe, and I said, "What? Everything is closed. Nothing happened." And I start writing a lot of music, a lot of music, a lot of music. And certainly, I said, "Well, but now I like to play that music.
yeah,
Where I can play this music?" So I called a couple of friends. Johit, he's a great Cuban DJ. He lives in Barcelona. Amayur, he's a John a tuba player
mhm,
from the País Vasco, but he lives in Barcelona. And Miguel Moises en Bon, on trombone. He's from the País Basque too, and he lives in Barcelona. And I called them and I said, "Hey guys, so can you come? Can you come to my house just to play some music for having fun and drink some wine together?" And they're Basque, and they say, "Okay, man, I'm gonna be there tomorrow." And we start working in that project. And another friend of mine, he's a film director.
mhm,
Yeah, he told me, "Hey man, why we don't film this in the patio of your apartment, in the
mhm.
terrace?" I said, "Wow, it's a good idea, but how are we gonna do this? Because it's no money." Say, "Don't worry, man. We don't do nothing. At least with this, with a good wine, we can arrive to something." And you know what happened? You know, we did this session in one day, just with our friends, of course, with decent amount of wine and good cheese, and we have fun, and we got the opportunity to to go out in a way, because we record outside of the house in the yard. And it was interesting because all the neighbors, when they listen to music, they start clapping. Oh, pero
Yeah,
mira!
yeah, yeah. Because it's a blessing. You're offering them something that they want, which is so important right now, which I think is also, at this time that we're in, people are forgetting. They forgot how much how important that is to them
Yeah, well,
to have that.
well, some people still feel a need live music. I
Yeah.
did last Sunday. I did a concert with my new quartet.
Mhm.
It was a B-Bay quartet here in California, in Half Moon Bay, and the reaction, yeah, we get from the people was only 15 people. So
Yeah.
it's not too many people.
Yeah, yeah, because it's a
It
pandemic.
was, yes, a pandemic vibe. Let's put it
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way.
I get it.
Man, was so beautiful, and actually between us, between the musician, I was talking to my manager's cosplay. I said, "Man, I was so happy to see you happy after the concert, sitting in front of the sea with one of your lovely beers."
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he's here close to me, and I said, "Was so happy," and he told me, "Man, I was so happy to see you guys play and be happy and make people happy." And I say, "Well, okay, we need to come back, and we need to be ready to come back, and we need to continue. This is my only flag. The only flag I say, we need to continue.
yeah.
Don't matter if we have COVID or CAVI or CUVI or whatever we want to call. Yeah, we need to, because we don't know if in 1 year or 2 years we're gonna have a new mutation or whatever. But we need to figure out a way to be on top of
We will.
that."
We'll get back there, but I'm curious, in doing this a lot, what do you think you've learned, going through this process that will affect the way you're going to make music, tour, play with musicians, interact with the audience? What are some of the things that have changed you
You know
in
what?
this?
Oh, it's a good question, man. I want to have fun. in every
Okay.
single second. I learned with this pandemic. I lost so many friends, man. I lost Manu Dibango, Tony Allen.
Yeah.
I lost two, no, three of the singer of my last record. Yeah, of course, no. Sometimes when somebody died today, everybody says COVID, but maybe
Yeah.
they die for another sin because they come from Africa. Monja, Abel, and his friend.
Yeah.
I learned, first, less is more. Second, try to avoid stress, and the third, be yourself, man.
Okay.
And say whatever you need to say.
Yeah.
Don't hold it, because if you hold your emotion, if you hold your feeling, it's gonna come out in another way.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out in another way. It's better say it, and you're gonna feel relaxed. And I learned this into COVID. And actually, I need to be around the people I love. And
So
play
this
the
is this.
music.
So this was a big transformation for you. It's almost like that's a lot of advice for everybody, but you might not have followed that advice if things didn't change like this, because
Well,
you might not have had to.
You're right, brother. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I was saying this. I say, you know what? This COVID put me in a state of mind. I say, you know what? Finally, I understand this phrase the old people were saying before.
Yeah.
Life is too short.
Life
Life is too short. Enjoy life. Enjoy life.
Yeah. It's later
Actually,
than you think.
yeah, I was talking to Scott, my manager. I
Mhm.
think it was today or yesterday. I say, man, let's enjoy.
Yeah.
Let's go with the flow, because today the best plan is no plan.
Yeah.
Today the best plan is no plan, because for example, what happened in Europe is, you have a gig, yeah, you're going to have a concert that day, and 1 week later, 1 week before, they say, oh, the gig is canceled.
Yeah.
So what you going to say? You want to kill yourself? No.
No, you just gotta.
You need to move on. But this is not good. Why it's not good in another area? Because the level of the responsibility is not high enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow what I say. Yeah, because back in the day, you have a gig, you have a concert, you have a contract, and if the promoter say, "Well, we're gonna cancel," okay, well, it's a contract here. But now, because of COVID, they say we can cancel your show and nothing. But let's put example.
Yeah. Well, that's it's an act of God.
Yeah, well, but when it happened to you and you still lost money because somebody canceled the gig, and they don't reimburse the money. Well, it's not fun, man. It's happened to us in Barcelona. They cancel our gig 3 times, and they don't even apologize to us.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm sorry for say this like this, but I need to say it, man.
Okay. Well, I know. You're not the first one who has taken this platform as a way to, like, hey, man, I got some things to say here about the business, and I've got some things to say about the process, and I understand that, because
thank you. I appreciate
so much has changed in this, and how you're going to reach people. But before, because I have a bunch of stuff I want to talk to you about, but I feel that let's talk a little bit about the last record that came out on March 5th, an East African Journey, and we'll talk about that a bit. But I feel like right now, let's actually play. Let's play this next song, because we don't have much here, but I want to talk more. But I want to actually have people experience your music first, because it's your sound. I don't want to say it's complex, as in like it's heady, but you're bringing in a lot of different things. You're one of these artists that can go to East Africa, can actually create. You can work with a kora player. You can work with a bunch of different musicians. Your background is very broad. Some artists, you're Cuban. So you can live within the Cuban jazz ecosystem, and like that's it. But you're not. You're like, no, I got to keep going. I got to try different things. And now you're adding electronic elements to it. So it's like, and you're in Barcelona, which is a really interesting place for Cuban musicians, Cubans in general. Like I remember being in Barcelona a couple of years ago. My dear friend Olga took me to this Cuban bar, and
Ah, go, yeah, oh, yeah, orbe.
I was crying. It was so beautiful. It was owned by this amazing a collection of really interesting artists,
Yeah,
patrons, all from Cuba, all with amazing stories. Because I grew up in Poland, not an easy country. You grew up in Cuba. These aren't
yeah,
easy countries. It's not like hey, everything's nice and go. Like there's a reason why people leave because it's
yeah.
hard.
You got it
Um,
right.
and for them to go and set up this amazing bar, and it's everybody's welcome, and everybody's got to tell their stories, and it's just like it was such a beautiful manifestation of Cuba in Barcelona, and then as an artist, you kind of take that all in and create your own things, and that's just Barcelona. Now we're talking about Ethiopia, we're talking about Sudan, we're talking about Mali, we're talking about Angola, we're talking about
Yeah,
Ecuador, and the United States, because
yes.
half your time is in San Francisco. There's a lot going on there. You're not A, it doesn't sound like you're bored, and B, it doesn't sound like you're lacking inspiration to continue
Yeah.
this. So before we go to the next song, what is the thing that makes you, Omar Sosa, wake up every fucking day and go like, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to go do this differently, knowing that you could suck, that it could be horrible, that it could be like, what? Why? What? What? What is it that makes you go like to not be afraid? Because most musicians are terrified of. There's a moment when you're learning, you
Yeah,
suck. It's like,
yeah, yeah.
but
You
then
know
you're
what?
good. Then you're good. Like, no, I'm not. I don't suck anymore. But you're willing to go like, nah. I'm gonna go like, I'm taking it. I'm throwing it all away,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna try again. Tell me, what's
it's
the thing?
simple. It's simple. Yeah, life is only one, brother. If the spirit tell you something, in what is the reason to put your brain on top
Hmm.
of the spirit message? So no, I listen my heart, I listen my soul, and I don't have any duration. My duration is music.
Hmm.
And music, you can find music in every part of the planet. Actually, good music and interesting music, and discover new instruments. And for me, one of the most beautiful things when I make a record or when I create music is try to discover new sounds.
Okay.
Because as if I discover new sound, that means my spectrum is gonna be bigger. So, and actually, I love food and I love wine. And when I travel, the first thing I do is try to look for, if it's possible, the best traditional place where mom cook. Mom of that. I prefer mom cook.
I'm a dad and I cook quite well, but yes, my wife
Yeah, yeah.
cooks
But,
amazingly.
but why? Because through food, you can learn the tradition.
Yeah, that's
And the
true.
food can bring you to the right people concerning art scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I learned. I remember when I went to Sudan. It was one of the hard places for me to eat. Why? Because they have their traditional food, and I asked for this, and they present the traditional food. And when I saw the traditional food in the plate, I say, "Oh my God, I need to eat this."
What was
And
it?
well, yeah, they have like a little tortilla, yeah, but it's like it's like it tastes like what tastes good in the end, but it's look like a plastic thing. It's like like you have a like plastiline or something.
Okay.
And I remember I was with my trio, Africano trio, with Childo Tomas from Mozambique and Mola Sylla from Senegal. And I remember Mola looked at me and say, "Man, you asked for this, and now you need to eat."
I know. I know. You have to actually.
You're right. And it was interesting. As soon I test and I put in my head out of my comfort zone concerning food, and I taste was beautiful. What was tastes great, and I say, wow, I discovered new thing. And after that, I was sitting, I was sitting, listening to music, and I understood a little bit more the music based on the food. So this
Okay.
didn't happen to me in a lot of countries. It happened to me in your country, in Poland too, by the way. Yeah, it happened to me in Spain. Yeah, even in Morocco, yeah, in South Africa,
Okay.
Slovenia. Well, I can mention a lot of places.
You know,
But
it's time for you to start a travel podcast or a travel book. It's like,
well,
eating with Omar.
no,
Uh,
you're not too far. It's gonna happen. It's gonna start in August with a project we're gonna do. Yeah, with a good friend and a good critic of wine, Mauricio Gigola from Italy. And we're
okay.
gonna go to place to check wines and how wine can affect
Perfect.
music. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna do
No,
here
no,
in
no.
California.
It's so true. It's so true because people are going to want that because it's going to start once. It's going to take a while, obviously, but once people start traveling, they're going to want to go everywhere, and they're not going to want to have experiences at the hotels. The hotels are great. I love hotels too. I'm not going to badmouth anybody, but they want to have that experience. They want to find. We talked about this bar in Barcelona, the Cuban bar. What's the name of the Cuban bar?
Well, they have a lot. They have one in Barcelona. But you know what? Can I tell you something?
The trans woman runs it. It's like somebody is like a pretty significant gay population in
No,
Barcelona. Cuban.
I don't get it. I don't know. No, I don't know. No, I don't know now. What is it?
I'll look for it. We'll get you to. But
Yeah,
people want to know what are the Cuban bars in Barcelona? Where are they going to get this? When are they going to have this experience? Because we talked about this. Life is short. So when
yeah,
I go to Barcelona, when I go to Senegal, when I go to Dakar, when I go to Johannesburg or Durban, I want to find these places because life is short. I want to go there. I want to eat how Omar ate. I want to go hear this music. So it's something. It's very interesting. I was talking to your manager Scott earlier when we were setting this up. It's like things have changed, dude.
yeah,
And it's like even though this is like I don't know, things have changed and they're going to open up other doors and they're going to become really
definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's a transformation.
yeah.
It's a transformation. It's like this is gonna go. It's gonna go like this, or like this, or like this. Yeah, but it's gonna still hands.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good metaphor. That's a good metaphor. Okay, I want to talk more about the East African journey and a lot more, but right now we're going to hear more music from Omar Sosa in Barcelona on Sama, Seattle Circuit Music and Art. I want to thank I want to thank STG and everybody else watching and listening and enjoying this right now.
Thank you for me.
On the roof.
Out there, yeah, the terrace of my house, man. We have fun, man. We have, well, yeah. I wish one day we can play with this group, but it's already there. It's the video there.
Dude,
And
dude, that is
thank you for showing this video, because the second video, you're the first. They put
oh,
this
really?
video out.
Thank you.
Yes, because
Got
it's
this.
the new record come out. So we try to figure out a way how we're gonna organize all the projects we have.
No,
But thank you, you post, and thank you
no.
to Javier, yeah, Javier, yeah, it's my brother Javier Garcia. Yeah, he did amazing work with all my friends in Barcelona. We have a group. It's called Tostón with Jazz. It's a plantain, like a
Mhm.
smashed plantain with jazz. And we always was talking about to make a project together. With this COVID reality arrived, I said, okay, let's do this video here. And it was Javier idea in a way, and come on, listen.
Dude, it's beautiful, and it's also I've never seen somebody run Ableton with a tuba and a trombone, and they're looking, they've got the Basque hats on, and you creating the fact that this wasn't like curated, so it's like that you're just like kicking it out like that is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Awesome
much.
work. Okay, so let's talk about the East African journey. How did that
Wow.
come about? Let's go into that, because you work with one of my favorite musicians from Madagascar, Rajay.
Rajeri, brother Rajeri.
Tell me how that happened.
Yeah, well, yeah, the project started in 2009 when Scott, my manager, told me, okay, yeah, we have the option to make a tour for in a country of East Africa. And as soon he told me this, the first thing that came out of my mouth was, please, let's find a traditional musician in each of this country. And actually, the first thing that came out of Scott's mouth was, man, this is gonna be difficult. But
Yeah.
I love, my team. I love the team where I work. I love my manager, my agent, the record company, and they work really hard, and they set in like a session in every country that we arrive. So it was, and I need to say, so far until today, is one of the best tour, if not the best tour I ever done in my life. And it was Africa, because most of the time when the people talk about Africa or think about Africa, is going to say, oh, it's going to be too complicated. Well, it was amazing. It was so well organized between Scott, French Alliance, and my booking agent at that time, 3D Family. And we went to each country and we record traditional musician. But the main idea in the beginning was have a string players and a singer,
Okay.
no percussion players.
Why?
Because most of the time when everybody talk about Africa, the first thing come is
Yeah, drums. Yeah.
and if you ask for a string instrument, okay, let's play kora.
Yeah.
But it's Africa have so many instruments.
Yeah.
And
It's
you even one village can have, I don't know how many dialects and different instruments. And I need to say, was a really, really amazing opportunity. And I did the basic recording in 2009. Thank you to my sound engineer in that tour, Patrick Estandeo from Germany. He did amazing work. Congratulations, Patrick, again and again and again.
okay.
And when I brought this recording to Europe, my first idea was to embrace that music with a chamber string female orchestra.
Okay.
But when I start writing music, every time I put myself in front of the piano, listen to music, and write the orchestration, I say, no, it's too much. And in some moment, after almost a year, I say, you know what? I'm not ready to put this music out. And I need to
How
tell
do
you,
you know? How do you know you're not ready, and how do you know when you're ready? And this leads me to another question because it's even broader than this. Is like, what the hell are you listening in your head? When I'm
well,
watching stuff, I'm
well,
hearing your music. I'm like, where the hell is this coming from?
sometimes like you were saying in the beginning of our conversation, it's a lot of information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes I hear so many sounds. Yeah, and this is why this project that you presented before, not with a video, Covicien,
Hmm.
was totally visceral because I was working with the DJ in my house with bottle of wine, one, two, three, and sometimes we was all drunk.
All right.
But the next day, yeah, he come and he say, Omar, this is what we did yesterday. And when I was listening to the music, I said, man, it was too much.
Okay.
Yeah, but with East Africa was completely opposite. You know, when I started writing
Hmm.
notation, and I say no, it's not like this. And I answer your question, why I feel when I feel I'm not ready, because our soul talk, man. We need to listen our internal voice, and if we all listen our internal voice, sometimes we don't make we can avoid a lot of mistake we make
I completely
in
agree.
our life.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
And going back to what we started our conversation with, I think this time right now that we're in, and hopefully
yeah,
leaving, has if you haven't listened to your internal voice, there's you have to look at a bigger problem. But this was an interesting time because we did
yeah,
have a chance to go like, okay, what am I doing here? What's
yeah.
the thing? Because it disrupted everything. And in the context of what you're doing as a musician, I'm super curious. What's next? What now? You don't have to answer. I'm not gonna like put you on the spot.
No,
But
I can
but
answer.
but
Yeah,
but what?
I know.
And
I know.
and did you have things planned that now? Hey, I don't know if I'm gonna do that now
Yo,
because
can I say?
it might be
Yeah, can I
different.
say
Yeah, yeah,
something?
yeah.
Not only plan, we have seen already done, and we cannot put it out yet.
Okay. All
and
right.
and in the meantime, well, yeah, I'm in the studio now. I'm in the studio now. We are working, yeah, with my friend and great producer Greg Landau, in 4 records. Not only one, 4 records.
Holy shit.
Yeah, why? Yeah, if we don't have concert, the only thing that we can do is produce music.
Okay.
And my brother Greg, he's in the same universe. Yeah, we are together. I'm here. I'm here working every day with him. Well, almost every day because he have another project too. And we project. We have a few projects, and well, unfortunately, I cannot say names because they're kind of
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of
yeah,
these
yeah,
people
yeah.
they're little famous. Well, they're little famous. No, they're really famous.
Okay.
And it's going to be interesting because we work with one great singer with beautiful, amazing, and we do music, Cuban music, from one of our great master composers, Ignacio Villa Bola de Nieve. And the
Okay.
whole record is going to be Bola de Nieve music. And the record is almost done already. And I have another record that we did a few years ago with a South African musician. And actually, I need to announce a debut. Yeah, we're gonna launch in the end of the year or beginning of the next year the new record with Sekou Keita in duo.
Okay.
It's gonna call Suba,
Okay.
Suba. It mean sunrise in
Okay.
Mandeng, and we record during the last summer because, like I told you before, is no reason to stop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you weren't paralyzed by the fear. It's like, no, I'm gonna use this time to
No, brother.
I'm going to create because I'm a creator and I'll
No,
continue to
yeah.
to put that out. Let me ask you a quick question. Um, how how far away or how close is Cuba when you're making music, when you're walking around, when you're drinking wine, cheese? How
Well,
close are you to where you were born?
Well, let me present how close Cuba is to me. This is the backbone of my music.
Okay.
This is the Cuban clave. And this is this rhythm is always resonate inside of my heart and my soul. Cuba is always with me, even if I'm not there, even if I don't go so often there, it's always there. Look at my back. It's there.
Well, Cuba, what is it about Cuba that makes it like that?
It's my root, man. It's my root.
But it's others too. It's like one of those countries, and that transcends its borders. We talked about Barcelona. We talked about the Cuban population, and we talked about people who are from Cuba when they come. What is it about that? The music, the culture. What is it from you that just makes it? I don't want to say. I'm not going to say compare with anybody else, but there's something there that is transcendent. What is it?
Well, I think the connection I have with my spiritual world, when I say my ancestors, my spirit, is always brought me to a room. I need to be inside and learn about Cuban tradition, because even if I always have Cuban tradition inside of my music, is a lot of other traditions I need to learn. And this is why Cuba is one of the most rich countries concerning rhythm and music.
Yeah.
And I always say I'm gonna die without knowing all what I'm gonna know about my own tradition.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, this is why Cuba is always there. Yeah, and even the clave, even if the clave is not really present in my compositions, the clave is the backbone of my composition. I don't know if you understand what I say.
I do. I'm curious how do you teach that? Can you teach that? Is that something you have to be born with, or is that something that you can actually pass that on? Because
both together. You're born with, but you can get it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you go to Cuba, have you been to Cuba?
Not yet. I can't. I live in America, and I have dual citizenship, so I can. There was a lot of things that were going to happen until the pandemic hit, but I get it. I have lots of Cuban friends, and I understand. But I'm curious because we're both the same age, and we're at a particular point where it's like I am thinking about the things that I'm doing now and the things that I've done, but also how will it continue? What can I do to make sure that the work continues? And it's even more so for you because you're creating all of this really interesting, powerful music, and you've got this legacy and your heritage, but you're expanding and moving on. How does this go beyond just you? How do you take this energy? It's like, okay, I have it, but I want to teach it. How do you mentor? How do you?
I always say, dance is one of the fundamental things to get the groove inside your body.
Okay.
Yeah. If you learn or at least enjoy dancing, let's say some groove is gonna be inside of you naturally. So you don't need to force yourself. If you learn how to dance son montuno, guaguancó, or even if you learn how to dance Lukumi tradition, like the Santeria rhythm, the complexity inside of all this rhythm and the connection you're gonna have with this rhythm with your body is gonna make you more capable to to play more relaxed concerning rhythm.
Okay.
Yeah, because one of the most interesting music we have in our country is the bata drum music and the rumba.
Mm-hmm.
And there is basically the traditional sacred music, bakwa, all the traditional sacred music. As soon you put one feet inside of this world, everything in your mind is going to be like this. Why?
Okay.
Because the polyrhythmic you're going to learn is so complex. It's going to spend the way the way you even listen to music. I don't know if I answer your question.
No, it does because it's there's some music lives here,
Yeah,
and some music just lives here.
yeah, that.
But if you move your body to it, then you understand it in a physiological, visceral way that connects you with it. It can't just be here.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you can read about Cuban music and it's like I'm not getting it, but if you're actually moving, if it becomes a holistic approach. And thank you for answering that. That's really powerful because a lot of people are just like, what's going on?
no,
And
it's simple. Yeah, I'm gonna end it with a phrase. As soon you connect your brain with your soul and your body, you're gonna be a part of any community in this planet concerning music. Why? Because if you connect your head, your soul, and your body, you can play.
Yeah.
You can play Kiva. You can play rumba. You can play abakwa. You can play makuta. You can play nyongo. You can play. Yeah. You can at least. Well, if you don't play, at least you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
If you feel it, you can translate.
Yeah.
In something. You're gonna know how you're gonna translate this, but you already feel it. This is why I always say, man, it's important to dance. And I always say to my student when I give some workshop or class or whatever, it's fundamental to dance. The music need to dance.
Yeah.
Don't matter it's a ballad. Don't matter it's a Chopin nocturno. The music need to dance.
Yeah. I totally agree.
I don't know. Well, I say Chopin because you're Polish.
No. I totally get it. It's because, I've seen people come to concerts in wheelchairs. They're dancing.
Yes.
They're connecting. They're moving themselves, and it does create this. I'm going to get heady right now, so just work with me. It creates that opportunity for people to connect with others in the audience. Not so much even with the the musician. You're just a vessel. It's like, I'm here. But if they connect with themselves through dance, through around, then you're making something. You're making something that lasts.
Yeah.
That will be like they leave and they're connected.
Yeah,
and they'll be connected again and again and again. But it's that movement. It's not this.
Yeah.
Like industry people, but if they're actually in there, and I'm hoping when I started Sama, when I'm doing with KEXP, with Wopop and others, it's like, if I can get people to move, they'll move together. And then that opens up an opportunity for a conversation that's not just blah, 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 but actually the whole thing. And at that conversation, you might not even know what the language is that they're saying, because it doesn't matter, because they're connected somehow.
Totally, brother. You're right on, man. Thank you for saying this, because I always fight. This is one of the flag I always defend. Let's move.
Yeah.
Let's smooth our body. Let's put it that way. The doctors and all the spiritual matter, they always say you need to have a connection between your brain, your soul, and your body. So it's like this,
Yeah.
Be moving, man. Yeah, if you be able to move your body, you're gonna move on.
Exactly.
You're gonna move your soul. Your spirit gonna move.
Exactly.
And all your ideas are gonna move. And what come to you is gonna be in movement.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is the way I look the picture, man. And this is why when we started our conversation, I say I don't want to stop. I want to continue being movement.
Yeah.
because the idea of a lot of leaders in the planet is like, okay, staying home, staying home. Okay, I understand everything, and I don't blame anybody. I don't say nothing bad to this, but we need to be in movement because this is what make everything move ahead. I
Yeah.
don't know. This is the way I look at the picture,
No,
brother.
no, no. It's exactly what needs to happen because, um, we've gone through. It's been a tough year, and
Yeah,
beforehand, it was a
yeah,
tough 4 years because we had
yes,
a whole other administration
yeah.
here.
Oh,
This is also happening
yeah,
in different countries all over
yeah,
the world.
yeah,
It's like even in Barcelona with like
yeah.
the Catalan
See, yeah,
and the Spanish. All of this stuff,
yeah,
all of this is coming from a place of fear. There's
yeah,
one population that is afraid. And the
yeah.
thing is, though, if you're not moving, that fear just sits there. But if
Uh,
you're
to-
listening and if you're moving, then it opens. And as
yeah,
soon as you have that opening, and it's the heart opening,
yeah.
the soul, everything, the connection, and that's the only thing that's going to push fear away.
That's it, brother. You're right on, and you're gonna look the photo with a different angle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna
Exactly.
be it's gonna be the same photo. The photo don't gonna change.
Yeah.
But if you look like this, but maybe the reflection that you're gonna have with because the light
Yeah.
is gonna bring you something different to your brain, to your soul, to your mind through your eyes.
Yeah. No, completely. No, no, no. And it comes down the thing with music though, it's the vibration, and that's the beginning of everything, whether it's the word or quantum physics.
Yeah,
It's that, and that is the transformation, that's the
yeah,
change, that's the thing that connects us all, whatever you want to call it,
yeah,
God,
yeah. No,
spirit,
yeah.
universe. It's
Whatever.
like whatever
Yeah.
it is, however I don't care what you call it, but
It's
as
an
long as you're
energy. It's an
trying to.
energy. It's an
Yeah,
energy. It's an energy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
We,
yeah,
we,
exactly.
we are energy. Yes.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Just. Yeah. So.
okay, we could talk. Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna talk for hours and hours, but
Yeah.
we'll follow up because I want to have you on again. I want to bring you and have you here back in Seattle, or we'll
Oh,
see each other in different places. I want to hear these 4 records that you're working on right now. I
thank
want to
you.
thank everybody for making this happen. I want to thank Christine. I want to thank Dagmara. I want to thank NLive and STG. I want to thank all your fans. I want to thank Scott for making it happen.
Yeah.
And Greg's the producer, right? I'm spacing on
Yeah.
people's name. Yes. Winter is coming, Greg. And also, best of luck and continue to stay safe. I'm glad you're getting your second shot.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we're still going to have to be in the masks.
Yeah. Well,
Um, we're in. We're in. We're learning. We're learning. Omar
we'll
Sosa,
learn. Yeah.
congratulations on
Yeah.
continuing, and thank you so much for sharing your music. And this is
Yeah.
Sama, Seattle Sacred Music and Art all over the world. Continue to watch us every single week. We've got an amazing Bulgarian choir, 9-piece. Next week, more about that coming up. And then we've got Warsaw Village Band in the future.
Oh,
We have a bunch of great stuff. It's
yeah.
been
Good.
really fascinating because it's like,
Yeah.
it's great to have people here, but we're still doing it. We're still
Yeah.
connecting. We're still making stuff, which is great. Omar, enjoy the
Yeah.
cheese. Enjoy the wine.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
once again, cheers, everybody. Peace, love, and unity.
Peace, love, and unity.
Bye bye. Thank
Next
you.
time
Bye-bye.
in Havana.
Definitely. See you, brother.
Yeah.
Bye bye.